This was the week where Lindsey Graham introduced an abortion ban at 15 weeks of gestation, right at the end of the first trimester. There are, of course, exceptions, because he's just such a benevolent guy. Exceptions in the case of rape, incest, or to save the life of the mother, which we all know is horse shit. We'll talk about that in a second. This act is being called, get this, the Protecting Pain-Capable Unborn Children from Late-Term Abortions Act. And now, in case you're wondering, like, what? 15 weeks? Late term? Yeah, you'd be right. 15 weeks is not enough time to gestate a human. It is enough time to gestate a chinchilla. I'll have you know. It's about 110 weeks to gestate a chinchilla. 110 days, which is 15 weeks. So there you go. So no, full gestation of a human being, a human, which Lindsey Graham should know by now. He's been living on planet Earth, I don't know, at least 12 years, whenever the aliens dropped him off. It's 40 weeks. And by the way, I don't know why we're supposed to listen to him, because we all know how Lindsey Graham feels about vaginas. He feels the same way that he feels about them as he feels about Indian food. He's like, I tried it once. I didn't much care for it. You know, like that's But okay, so this bill talks about fetal development in really weird ways. So there's a lot of like, by 9 to 11 weeks of gestation, teeth as well as external genitalia begin to form. Like, ugh. Why are you talking about a fetus genitalia in your fucking bill, bro? Then, eye movements can be detected at 12 weeks. And then, of course, the biggest thing that this bill has in it is talking about pain and how much pain fetuses can feel, right? Pain receptors begin forming at 7 weeks. And substantial evidence indicates that children born missing the bulk of the cerebral cortex nevertheless experience pain. So, and again, NATO, this is an argument to stop abortions. And not only, first of all, is the 7 weeks you can feel pain untrue. In fact, just a few years ago, Republicans were debating whether it was 20 weeks. So the shit is it's all fucking arbitrary. They're just saying that. And it's not scientific. But also, like, if they think abortion is murder, they don't like abortion, and you're using pain as an excuse, it's like, if there is pain, isn't the final conclusion of that pain no more pain? Because if it's a life and you think it's murder, it's not gonna feel nothing no more. Like, what murderer, like, do they think that like extreme torture is happening in the womb when there's an abortion? Is this like fucking Rumsfeld torture tactics where it's like they waterboard and then electroshock the fetus before they actually extract it? That's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah, I mean it's the Republican credo: life is pain, princess.
It's so upsetting to me because not only this pain shit is bullshit, it means nothing, but it also, like, because it is, I mean, let's leave aside people who want to be parents, like my inner groin pain and the pain I'm going to feel bringing a fucking new life into this world, the same way we all were brought into this goddamn world. And
the pain you're going to feel when the person gets outside of your body and then grows up and says, Mom, stop singing, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah, endless pain.
Yeah.
Just endless pain. But also, like, they act like they've figured out how to grow a human outside of the human uterus. Like, you can't, motherfucker, 15 weeks is not viable for life. 20 weeks is not viable for life. Arguably, 22, 25, most people say, most doctors, scientists will say it's 26 weeks for viability. Obviously, you're talking extensive NICU stay, like crazy intervention. Who knows the amount of like permanent, if they survive at that time, it might be fine. They also might have permanent brain damage. Here they're saying like, no, it doesn't matter because 15 weeks is the cutoff. Mother, like, you can't have you created something where they can survive in? No. So what about the person carrying that so-called life? What about
Are you watching the new House of Dragons?
Yes, I am, but I didn't see the last episode, so don't spoil it for me.
I haven't seen it either, but in the first episode, there's
Oh.
the pregnant queen, and they're like, you have to choose between the mother and the child, and then they like chop her up and to save the child, and then they both die. And it's like watching that, being like, oh, this is Lindsey Graham's America. Lindsey
That
Graham
is
watching that, just like
Yes.
fully tumescent.
Yes. You know,
being
I
like,
couldn't watch that.
yeah.
I just had to like listen, and I was like, Matt, tell me when it's over. Tell me when it's over. That is way too real for me.
Yeah.
But no, that's exactly what it is. That is Lindsey Graham's America. Oops, they both died.
Oops,
Oh,
they
well.
both died. Better get this dragon.
By the way, the carve outs for rape, this is fun. She has to, in order to get the abortion, she has to have obtained counseling for the rape, obtain medical treatment for the rape or an injury related to the rape. It has to, if it's a minor, a government agency legally has to authorize to act on reports of child abuse, and those reports have to be to a law enforcement agency. So super easy bars to clear, and you have to like prove that you fought back. Also, if you can't prove that, then oh my god, you totally asked for it. Wow, fun. So I was searching the bill. I was like, okay, what about ectopic pregnancies? What about wanted pregnancies? What about D&Cs and D&Es and people who are having miscarriages? What about safe practice? Nothing. Of course, nothing. Because they don't fucking care. This is not at all about protecting the life of the child. This is about making women and pregnant people second-class citizens and controlling their bodies. Because it wins elections? TBD, asshole.
Well, you know, I was about to say, like, I mean, to quote Doctor Strange, I think we're in the end game now. You know, I don't know if you've seen that stuff about like the degree to which the attacks on reproductive rights have like galvanized the, like, you know, people saying that they haven't seen this many younger women registering to vote ever in like by, you know, and that the swing in the elections that have happened, the swing towards Democrats have been like in the, you know, the like double digits in many cases. So it's like it seems like, you know, and then there was a bunch of articles in the last week or so about how Republicans were running from the abortion record because it was, you know, trying to be like, it's all about gas prices or whatever, because it's such a liability electorally. And so it seems like either it's just like they're going to win and it's going to be horrible, or this is like their, you know, Hail Mary pass, so to speak.
I mean, they're doubling. It's amazing that they're doubling down on it. I mean, maybe it's Lindsey Graham was an inside job type situation because they know this is not polling well with people. And
Lindsey
yet,
Graham, famous Democratic front group.
Yes. Here is Lindsey Graham, in case you didn't think he was a massive hypocritical piece of shit. Here he is just months ago saying that, of course, it's all about states' rights, that abortion should be left up to the states, and I would never introduce a federal ban on abortion.
I think states should decide the issue of marriage, and states should decide the issue of abortion. I have respect for South Carolina. South Carolina voters here, I trust, to define marriage and to deal with the issue of abortion, not 9 people on the court. That's my view.
There you go. By the way, the Senate in South Carolina did fail to pass a near total abortion ban, and I believe the current one is being upheld by a judge. But I mean, it's a matter of time before that falls. But you saw South Carolina on this show, representative realize the consequences of his actions, because he was like, oh shit, I guess people with miscarriages are bleeding to death in their homes. Oops. I guess that's what happens. So, I mean, that's exactly what he said. But no. But so, yeah, there's Graham. And he decided to reverse that decision. And now we have to learn about fetal development and their pain receptors at 7 weeks. Guys, no. It is not real. Stop fucking dissecting this down. What matters is the life of and the choices of human beings already living outside the womb on their own.
With
Isn't
TikTok
that right,
accounts.
little one? What?
With TikTok accounts.
With TikTok accounts, god damn it. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do it.